mind laughing, talking. Okay, next up we've got Ed Gommon. So you've declared a climate emergency and written a net zero plan. How's the carbon reduction going?
Yeah, I thought I'd go for the longest title of the talk today. So this is a talk about local groups and local councils trying to do something about climate change. So my name's Ed Gommon, and I am one of the directors of Zero Carbon Liverpool City Region. And we're trying to increase the rate and scale of action around reducing carbon emissions in Liverpool and Liverpool City Region, but mainly Liverpool and Sefton so far. So how do people feel about climate change? I'm going to ask you to make a sound to express your feelings, either meh, oops, or fuck. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's always good to do that. Okay, next noise. How do we think we're doing on climate change as a country? Give me a noise. Okay, fuck. What about as a city region? Or as a city? Okay. Well, Liverpool City Council, you'll be pleased to know, and Sefton Council and Wirral Council, and the combined authority all declared a climate emergency in 2019. And there's a picture of Liverpool City Council giving themselves a nice certificate for doing so in 2019. Part of what that involved was writing a net zero plan. So they all wrote different net zero plans about how to get to net zero in line with the Paris climate agreements of getting to net zero by 2050 in general. But the target isn't really, the time, it's like 2050 or 2040 or whenever. The time isn't really as important as the carbon budget and sticking to the carbon budget. And these are the kind of different carbon budgets for 1.5, 1.7. And only Wirral Council has a carbon budget in their net zero plan. This is from the Tyndall Centre. These are the kind of carbon reduction graphs you need if we're going to get to net zero by 2050, according to that are Paris compliant with the 1.5 degree target. This is from the Combined Authorities 5-year plan, most recent 5-year plan. They say by 2028, by the end of that 5-year plan, if they're on track to get to net zero, they need a 40% reduction in carbon emissions by 2028, or 66% if it's going to be 1.5 compliant. This is the breakdown of where the emissions come from. So the two big ones are obviously domestic and transport. So cutting emissions from transport will involve radical changes in how we move around the city and the city region. The 5-year plan is great and very ambitious. This is a 5-year plan from Liverpool City Council. They want to cut carbon emissions from private vehicles, which is cars, by 50% by 2028 or 2027. So they do understand the scale of the challenge, but they don't communicate that very well. And that's common across the board with climate change. Ambitious targets need to be backed up with solid plans of how they actually achieve those targets. And it'd be nice if they work with some of the groups and organisations who are already working on climate change locally, like, for example, Zero Carbon Liverpool City Region. But there are others, such as Plastic Tactics, Compost Works, Peloton, Faith for Change, Energy Projects Plus, World Environmental Network, and so on. So what have we been doing? So we spent 2 years and £140,000 trying to develop an onshore wind turbine in Southport. And then Sefton Council turned around and gave the land to a developer who wanted to develop a surf resort. Boo! So we set up an active travel forum, and this is a little group of people here organising to try and save the Kingsley Road bike lanes. There's a meeting tomorrow, so we find out if we've actually saved one of the very few segregated bike lanes in Liverpool tomorrow. We inherited a solar array from Good Neighbour Energy Company, thanks very much, which provides wonderful volunteering opportunities for anyone who wants to help us clean those panels. Talk to me after. We also do carbon literacy training. I'm a certified trainer and facilitator, and I've delivered more than 10 courses now for the voluntary and community sector, but also businesses and the Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine and the University of Liverpool. If anyone is interested in getting some carbon literacy training, speak to me after. We're also doing climate cafes. We've helped organise one climate cafe so far. Climate cafes are safe, facilitated, non-doing spaces that give people the opportunity to talk about their feelings about climate change in a group, which doesn't sound fun, but it is kind of interesting. We're hopefully going to run more of those regularly. So We need your help. We're trying to grow and expand our capacity, so please get in touch if you're willing and able to get involved. And thanks for listening. And those are my contact details. And Free Palestine.